we're going to change up the way we kind of do sessions. So we do normally do Reddit questions, and then we talk about each one, and then we kind of share as much wisdom as we can with how to manage each of the relationship questions. So this time, we're still going to keep the Reddit questions because they're really fun, but we're going to add like a multiple choice answer towards the end where we can try to get more people thinking about it and engaging to think what they would do next. So there'll be like a multiple choice answers where you would think, what would I do in this situation? And then we'll go through the answer, and then we'll also do some role playing with how do you actually resolve something like this. And I'll be like the person trying to do the resolving, and you guys can be like a partner or yourself or someone who's being resistant, and we can have a bit of a laugh about it, and you guys can see how it actually unfolds. So yeah, welcome everyone, and let's get into it. So the first thing that is coming up on Reddit, and I always pick really the stuff that's on Reddit like week by week. So these are really fresh questions that have come up in the last week. So question 1 is, do I wait for her to bring up exclusivity? So that's the question, and they do give a little bit of background. So it's a 21-year-old female, and it says, I have been going out with this woman that I really like for 2 months. We always saw each other on the weekends, but now we've just began seeing each other twice a week. Okay, and the main question is, do I wait for her to bring up exclusivity? So I'm going to have an ABC response. So 1 is no, it's too soon. You'll ruin things. Don't bring it up. Wait for them to show that they're ready. B, wait until you find the perfect moment. And C, bring it up. What are we thinking? You can type it in the chat. You can request to speak and let us know your thoughts. Any way you feel comfortable, or if you don't want to talk at all, just keep it in your head what you think it is. So should I bring up exclusivity? No, it's too soon. I'll ruin things. Don't bring it out. Wait for them to show they're ready. B, wait until you find the perfect moment. Or C, yes, bring it up. What are we thinking? Jim, I see your reaction. Talk to me. Koala, what do you think? I don't know how many fists you're doing, Jim.
How many months have they been together?
It says they've been together for 2 months.
Mm, I mean, it's still fresh. I would wait at least till 6 months to tell if it's going to be serious or not, and then you can have that discussion.
Interesting, interesting. So from A, B, or C, which one would you pick? Do you need a recap?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so A was, no, it's too soon. You'll ruin things. Don't bring it out. Wait for them to show they're ready. Or B, wait until you find the perfect moment. Or C, yes, bring it up.
I would go with, well, I'd go with
A.
A, if I'm being honest.
Got you.
It's too, you don't want to mess anything up. You don't want that person to feel uncomfortable or create any kind of like tension so soon, because if that person is open and if you like, you know what I mean, like I don't know, it's tricky. I'm going for A, but I'm leaning towards B.
Okay, okay. I appreciate you sharing. I'll put you down for A. I'll put you down for A. Anyone else have any A, B, or C's they want to lock in or bring up? Jim, I saw you doing 2 fists. So I think like, is that like, are you going for B? Thumbs up if that's what you're trying to communicate. Okay, okay. You can also do that. So reaction. So if you do 2 of a gesture on your thing, you don't have to speak. You can just say what your thoughts are. Okay, so Jim was thinking it would be B. Wait until the perfect moment. Wait until you find the perfect moment. Okay. All right. Anyone else want to be brave enough to take a bet on these 3? All right, all right. Well, just before I reveal the answer that I had put down, I just wanted to recap the skills that we've touched on in the last few weeks to refresh everyone's memory, and to new people here, welcome, welcome. So, one of the skills we've touched on is recognizing love languages and that people appreciate different things. Practicing knowing that bottling is bad. So, when you have frustrations and you're bottling it in, that's bad. We need to be honest about those things that we're bottling up. Soft startups for how we bring up those bottled up frustrations. We need to be direct when we ask for what we want or say what we want, because we are so naturally trained to be indirect because we don't want to say what we truly want. And so we find the nicest way to say it, but it gets really confusing. So be direct. And we had a men's mental health session as well. And the big takeaway we took from that is really nurturing people's vulnerability when they're sharing something that's really important to them and that maybe they haven't brought up in the past, or something that is really emotional. And usually society doesn't encourage men to open up. So when they do, just really nurturing that and making sure they feel safe enough to do that again. So making an environment where vulnerability is okay, that being a really important point. Okay, so those are the skills we're going to put into practice with these questions. All right, so with this one, do I wait for her to bring up exclusivity? So for this one, I actually put down C, yes, bring it up. And I'll bring up the reason why I put that up. So it seems like if someone's asking a question on Reddit, this is something they're thinking about right now, 2 months in. And it seems like every day that passes, this is something they're going to be thinking about. So it's possible the other person is also thinking about it, or maybe, like Koala said, that maybe they're not even thinking about it. It would only get serious to them in 6 months. So because the person asking the question, it seems to be bothering that person, it's a good idea to bring it up because it's already become a frustration that they're bottling in where they don't know the answer to this question. And maybe they are only comfortable with moving forward with this relationship if it is exclusive. Maybe they would get really hurt if they find out that the person is still dating other people. So that's why bring it up as soon as you can, be honest and address it. And it's possible it could all be okay if you're both on the same page. And if you're not, maybe that's some really important conversations you need to have now before you waste any more time with each other. And the reason I didn't pick B was because the way I worded the question was find the perfect moment. And a lot of times in life, there is no perfect moment for us to find to be able to communicate things. So if we save things for the perfect time, we may be bottling up for a really long time. And that could lead to a lot of problems. So these aren't perfect answers, but these, out of the answers, in my opinion, I think it's best to bring it up as soon as possible so you don't hold on to this frustration. So if I was to role play this with someone, I don't know if we have any brave people in the audience, um, but Koala, if you're down, I would be open to role playing this out if I was the person bringing it up exclusivity, if you're down to be the other person. Oh, Koala may be a bit busy at the moment. All right, anyone else willing to be brave enough to role play with me? Well, I'll do the hard work. You just got to be the other person. Anyone brave enough to do that? Put your hand up or make any sort of reaction. Okay. All right. All right. That's okay. We can just do a lot of learning today. And if anyone feels ready to be brave enough to engage, we'll do that. It's a lot more fun when we have role plays, but it's okay.
I am more than happy to play. I'm just in the middle of eating dinner, so once I'm done this, I'm gonna go down into my koala
Yeah.
cave, and then I'm all your.
Amazing. Sounds good. Enjoy your dinner. And oh, I got my brother messaging me. 1 second. I'm seeing if he's ready to role play. Okay, I'm telling him yes. Yes. Come role play. Okay. He's still typing. All right, let's go to the All right. Well, Omid, if you can hear me, you need to be able to jump on so then I can request you to speak. And you need to do that through your phone on the Twitter app so then you can request to speak. It doesn't actually work for people that are using their laptops. You can't request to speak or react on the laptop. It only works if you have the Twitter app on your phone, and that's how you're interacting. I don't know if that helps my brother. I think he's still typing. While he's typing, let's jump to the next question. Okay. My girlfriend, who's 19 and female, so they're both 19, male, female, boyfriend, girlfriend. My girlfriend goes to bed a few hours earlier than I do. And it gives a bit of background. Hello, my girlfriend goes to sleep around 9 p.m. while I go to sleep around midnight. This is getting a bit frustrating for us because she will be woken up by me a couple of times. So, okay, different sleep times, different sleep times. That's maybe a common thing that couples can experience. You know, one's working harder or playing games, or all sorts of things can be causing that. And what do you do? It seems like their frustration seems to be about being woken up a couple of times. So then we have an A, B, C response. So A is both sleep at 9 p.m. or at 12 midnight, or a compromise in the middle at 10:30. So they both sleep at the same time and then she doesn't get woken up and you don't have to argue. B is find out what's waking her up and troubleshoot. C, sleep in separate rooms. What are we thinking? Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here. What do we think, guys? A, B, or C? Do we need a repeat of any of the questions? You can react with how many fists you put up. We can count.
Hello. Can
Hello.
you repeat, please?
Yes, yes. So
Thank you.
of course, of course. So the question is, my girlfriend goes to bed a few hours earlier than I do. Um, she sleeps at 9, he sleeps at midnight. This
9.
is getting a bit frustrating because she gets woken up a few times. And the answer A was sleep at the same time. So either 9 p.m. both or midnight both of them, or compromise in the middle at 12:30. So neither of them get woken up and they don't argue. That was A. Or B, find out what's waking her up and troubleshoot. Or C, sleep in separate rooms.
I say wake her up with your penis, with your dick. Just wake her up with that.
At midnight.
Yes, yes.
It's option D. Option D is on the
Yeah,
table
D.
now.
I literally D. Yes, 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 yes.
All right. Yes, I see it. Option D. I'll
Yes,
put it
yes,
on
yes.
there for people to
Hello?
vote. Hello.
Hello? Hello.
Hi there.
I just wanted to come on here and say that Fresh is your waste man, blood.
Yo, shut the fuck up, bro. If I see you alone, I'll batter you, fam. All my life.
Fresh I swear down if I
Bro, I'll
saw you,
slap your dad, bro. I'll
I'll
dad and your
shank you,
mom, G.
bro. Fresh
Bro, you
don't
try,
get loud,
bro,
bro.
shut the fuck up, bro. I'll fuck you up, bro.
Fresh why are you even on this live, bro? Let
Bro,
me
why are you here,
come
bro?
to
You gotta be me, bro. You gotta be me. So I'll fuck you up, bro. Don't test me. Don't
Guys,
test me.
Fresh
no, we're talking about questions here.
Oh, sorry. I just got because Fresh is a bit of a waste man, the guy. I got a bit
You
of
know,
beef with him.
he's a known pedophile.
Listen, if you guys can't respect the space, then please,
Oh, shut
like,
the
keep
fuck
it
up, bro. Who
respect,
asked you?
like, please,
Who asked you, bro? Shut
all
the
right?
fuck up, bro. I'm free able,
This is
bro.
not the kind of space for it, all right?
I'm just
This
gonna
is
remove
relationship
them
skills in a
from.
fun way, and we don't need you
Guys, can
guys,
we all calm down, guys,
coming here with
please,
that kind
man?
of,
Let's just all
energy.
calm down. Seriously, it's getting a little heated.
Okay, guys. All right, so we removed some of the speakers so then we can just keep to the questions. All right, so we got A, sleep at the same time. We've got B, find out what's waking her up and troubleshoot. And we've got C, sleep in separate rooms. What are we thinking, guys? All right, so I see my brother is on this call now. I think he's still figuring out how to speak. So it's great that I can see you now, Omid. That's awesome. All right, Ibi, I see you requesting to speak. I'll let you speak, but please keep on topic. Give you one more shot.
Can you ask the question again, please?
Okay, so I've already repeated it twice. What part of the question are you missing?
No, because I didn't hear. I was lagging before. I joined late.
Okay. So the question is, girlfriend, boyfriend sleep at separate times.
Astaghfirullah,
One
that's
sleep.
haram, bro.
Yep. So they sleep at separate times. And what do you do to resolve something like this? Do you both sleep at the same time? Do you find out what's waking her up and troubleshoot that, or do you sleep in separate rooms?
I think sleeping in separate rooms is a no-go. You can't do that as in a relationship, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Thank
So
you.
would you go with A or B?
I think I would go with B, to be honest.
Okay. Yep. Noted that you had the D option. Anyone else want to speak up?
I think S. You've been very quiet so far. You need to answer, mate.
Hello there. Can you repeat the question?
Okay, now that's not okay. You guys are making fun of the space. We're gonna have to remove you guys.
Sorry?
Now don't remove me, bro. I gave the right answer.
Okay. All right, so we're letting Mel up. Awesome. Mel, now you're on as well. Do you have any opinions on A, B, or C?
I heard the question. So, okay, if the boyfriend and the girlfriend sleep at different times, how would I handle that? So I'm not sure what A, B, and C was because I couldn't hear you at that point. But
Okay.
for me, like, if like my boyfriend would sleep at a different time than me, that wouldn't necessarily bother me. But I would make it like a point to be like, hey, maybe some days we can wake up together and have breakfast together. Or like one night I'll stay up a little bit and, like we can hang out a little bit at night. And then also at that point, whoever goes to bed later, like make sure you come in the bed and spoon and cuddles. So I feel like there are ways to work around it. That would be my answer.
I love it. Thank you for sharing your input. Yep. So it sounds like you definitely troubleshoot it and find a way to make it work. So maybe that's like leaning more towards B. So I really appreciate that. And you answered that without even hearing the answers because it was cutting out for you. Omid, I'm wondering if you are able to take off your speaker and be able to use your voice, if that works for you.
Okay, I don't know if people can necessarily hear me.
I can hear you, mate. We can hear
Alright.
you.
I chose A as my answer strictly because I am of the fundamental belief that if you both sleep at the same time, you kind of already troubleshoot the problem anyway, considering the fact that you've already organized with each other that you have slept at they're sleeping at the same time, and that you are willing to address the issue of like interrupting each other while they're sleeping.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Definitely gets rid of a lot of the problems if they go with A, for sure. Thanks for your input.
No worries.
Anyone else want to? Thank you. Anyone else want to jump in with anything else they think it could be? So running through the options, they both sleep at the same time, either 9 or 12, or compromise in the middle, so they don't get woken up and they don't argue, or find out what's waking her up and troubleshoot that, or sleep in separate rooms. Does anyone else want to weigh in on what they think the answer is? All right. So with this one, it was actually B is the best answer. So find out what's waking her up and troubleshoot. And A is also a great answer, like to sleep at the same time. But the reason it's not the best answer is because it's quite hard to change someone's whole sleep schedule.